It was Erdogan, when he was Prime Minister of Turkey, who said it best. Islam is Islam. There are no modifiers. Democracy is the train we ride to our ultimate objective, which is to make Islam dominant throughout the world. He couldn't have said it any plainer. Islam is a totalitarian ideology bent on world domination masquerading as a religion. And I got to tell you, I reject the term radical Islam. That implies there's some moderate Islam. There ain't any, and you all know it. But you got to get the word out.
But all of these people, the way they now reach the public, as in there are billions of pounds to be spent in order to convert people to Islam. In my town centre, there's a shop called Discover Islam. Yeah, it's a shop that's funded. Its sole purpose is to convert non-Muslims to Islam, and that's in every town and city across the UK. There's a mass, and they work with the council. So if America do not wake up to the power and the influence coming in from the money from Saudi Arabia, they're going to convert your youth. And when they convert your youth through the prison system or on the streets, they're going to turn them so quickly and so fast against America and against your own culture and against Christianity.
White people, if you are white and you're listening to this, listen very closely. Lately, I've been seeing many of you complaining about Islam and the immigration and stuff like that. And I'm going to separate the white people in two categories. The Americans, Canadians, and Australians do not count because they are white people that live in a country that's not theirs. You guys have invaded those lands from the rightful owners. So when you guys get back to Europe, then we can talk. But for the European white people complaining about immigration and Islam, first of all, I want to tell you that Islam is going to take over every single square inch of the globe. It's the weak Muslims that always talk about Islam being a religion of peace. Islam is not. It's not a religion of peace. It does not mean peace. It means to submit to Allah, and it is a religion of justice. Put that in your head. It's the weak so-called Muslims, the cowards of this ummah, that claim that Muslims are religion of peace.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Star Waters, and I'm back. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the midnight train. Come on, ride the train. Choo, choo, ride it. Choo, choo. Look, hopefully everything is going well for you. I'm having a good morning so far. I'm a little bit famished this morning. I haven't had my methylene or my iced coffee, but I still feel like there's some things we need to discuss. Now, for those of you who have not been around, you're new to town, you're swimming in the dark waters. The dark waters is founded by a man named James Williams. That is me. He is also known as the Stankonian ambassador when he decides to be extremely funny and crazy. And for those of you who are new to the dark waters, if you go on over to your right-hand side, there are floaties that you can rent. And it's not going to cost you a whole bunch of money to rent the floaties. It's not expensive at all. For those of you who would like to go out onto the deep dark waters, there are boats, there's jet skis, there's everything that you could desire. And then for those of you who decide to travel to the depths of the deep dark waters, there is imdarkwaters.com. You can travel to the depths of craziness in there. And those of you who like the news, as of right now, you can go to imjameswilliams.com. This is a whole ecosystem created for you. The ecosystem is finally gelling together, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Now, what I'm going to say to you is this, and it's important that we understand. Over the past couple of days, we've been going into the spiritual aspect of how things are made manifest in this natural realm. If you've been following us, then you see at this point in time what we're talking about. Midnight's video was about demons and how demons act and what demons want and why demons can possess things and people. And then we talk about the demonic manifestations of their desires. Now, it's one thing that's very important to understand. If you go back a couple of videos ago, we talked about how America, God bless America, was founded on a covenant with God, not little g God, not one of the Egyptian gods, the God of heaven, who has a son named Jesus Christ, who died on a cross to redeem humanity for those who choose redemption. We've laid all this out. I want to be clear with you. We've laid all this out in videos. If you don't believe me, just go find the video and watch it. And so the premise of all these videos is you need to understand that everything that's happening here in America is an attack on that covenant, and more importantly, attack on that God. Yeah, it's the gods trying to make war with that God and destroy the prosperity of this nation, which he has put his name on. Well, Doug Waters, the founding fathers of this nation were Masons, and you don't know what you're talking about. What about the indigenous people? What about the people who were here, the indigenous people? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I just proved to you that there were Canaanites and giants and baby sacrifice on Jekyll Island. Were them people indigenous? Huh? Were the Canaanites indigenous? Huh? Doing Canaanite blood sacrifice rituals? You see, this is the thing. Everybody be like, oh, there's the hidden history of this and this and this. No, it ain't hidden. It's right there in front of you. It's the same spirits at war with the same spirit. And you looking at the movement of people as a racial thing. Because you so dumb, you be like, yeah, I'm black or I'm brown, and the white man keeping me down. I'm black and I'm brown, and the white man keeping me down. You're so damn dumb because everything is natural. You literally are focused on your flesh. But when you look at it from the realm of the spirit, you got all these different wars going on where a whole entire damn tribes of people that worship spirits were driven out and came to certain places, established themselves. Then other people came in representing another kingdom. Was it violent? Yes. Was it bloody? Yes. Don't worry, you about to find out. Yeah. I want to say this. You see, all y'all want to be historians. Yeah. All y'all worrying about the indigenous people. I want your dumb ass to know something right now. Your dumb ass is indigenous to America right now. And see, your dumb ass finna find out what it looks like when an invader comes to invade you. You are indigenous right now. But you so damn dumb, you don't realize. You worrying about 400 years ago, 300 years ago. No. You about to find out. You gonna learn today because Islam is coming for you today. And that's where we going. Hold on. Mandami isn't a socialist. He's a communist and an Islamicist. You have communism. Matter of fact, let's go back to the board. How many of y'all remember the board that was up? How many of y'all remember the board? Now, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen this board. And I said that this battle that was coming was a combination of Islam, wokeism, which is Satanism, and LGBTQ. And when you start talking about the spirit cities that it is, it's Babylon, it's Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's basically Mecca. So you got three nations, spiritual nations at war with one nation, which is America. Well, DW, that doesn't make any sense. If you've been watching the videos, then it makes all the sense in the world. We talked about spirit cities. We talked about manifestations of demons. We talked about Islam and their actual religion and what the purpose of their religion is. That it's a political ideal system, which is why it makes it so dangerous. We talked about all this. And you are going to learn. You see, when you scan through the news, we get into the point of a major terrorist attack. Let me go. Now, the only reason why I brought up endowment is because this guy right here Mandalmi, is a manifestation of the takeover. He's a flag bearer for the takeover. But I need you to understand something. Men have to learn the hard way. That's one of the things I realized about myself. This is me talking about me. And this is why I always say that God's judgments are right. Like when I talk to the Lord and he's telling me something, I say, man, you know what, you're right. There's no debating it. Because see, I had to learn the hard way. Men don't learn the easy way. Men can make decisions and be led by the Lord to make decisions that make their life easy. But no. When you reach a turning point, when you reach a point where you think you know best, when you reach a point of rebellion, no. Men learn by getting spanked. Men learn by getting hurt, by bleeding, by taking loss, by taking L's. That's why so many people, if you ever been, Lord DW, I'll try to pray to God and he don't listen and things are going bad in my life. No. You taking them L's so you can learn a lesson. You're going through the process of being broken. Because, you can't really give them nothing but obedience. What you going to be? God, I'm going to give you something. What you going to give a God who has all other than sitting your behind, shutting up and doing what he say do? That's the only thing you can give him. And give him worship and obedience. What else you going to give somebody who own all? And see, this is where America is right now. This is where America is. We at that point where we finna learn today. And I'm going to show you a couple of things that are going on right now. Hold on. Watch this. All right, we had a couple of things pop off in the news. The first thing popped off in the news, this is not directly, does not directly pertain to America, but it pertains to what we've allowed into America. This is an Airbus flight where this gentleman gets up on an airplane and starts saying he's going to blow up the plane and Allah Akbar and death to America and death to Donald Trump. Remember, this is what we imported into this nation under Joe Biden. And I hate to tell you this, it's coming. That I don't think that God is going to allow us to sustain a horrific terrorist 9/11 style attack. But no. It's going to have to be something for people to stop being so stupid. It's obvious it's going to be something for people to stop being so stupid. And then people will be like, well, God, why would God let terrorists attack? No, he didn't let them attack. Your dumb ass let them in. And then he said, okay, since you don't want to listen, since I told y'all there was borders, and there was a reason why I established borders, okay, I'm going to let these people blow you up a little bit. I'm going to let them blow you up.
To bomb the plane, dead to America, dead to Trump. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Oh my God.
You got sit down. Don't move.
Get down now.
Fuck you don't. The plane! Going to bomb the plane! Dead to America, dead to Trump! Allah Akbar!
That boy sounded like he worked at a call center. But nonetheless, you get the point. Now, clearly he didn't have nothing. But I want you to notice something. I'm going to turn the sound off. And I want you to notice how long it take these men to respond. Now, you know this dude been wilding this whole time. It just took a while for them to respond. They taking our phones, they taking our cameras, they're recording. Look at the guy with the glasses sitting there like he's scared. Finally, this guy gets up. And then they pin the guy down. I want to tell you something else. You see, let me rewind it because you may be able to see it. You may be able to see it. Watch. Wait for it. I'm almost there. Here it comes. He's going to look back. I'm going to bring the camera. There. You see, that's a man that's with a demonic spirit with him. And it literally wants to intimidate people. You ever notice everything they do is about intimidation, standing in the middle of the street, beating their chest? It's the polar opposite of the American spirit of freedom and liberty. Now, have you ever been to a baseball game or to a football game? Like a professional game? You probably won't feel the spirit of liberty at an NFL game, because the NFL is kind of like, they satanic and they stupid and they're Black Lives Matter and wokeism. But if you ever go to a baseball game and you hear everybody singing the national anthem, you'll notice this chill descends upon you as people sing the national anthem. That's because the national anthem and the nation is in covenant with the spirit of liberty and freedom, which is the spirit of God. Well, DW, what you're saying don't make sense. That's not scriptural. Jesus Christ came to set the captives free, and he sets free. He who he sets free is free indeed. Freedom. The spirit of liberty is the spirit of God. And then we see this. And it's the polar opposite of it. So you know it's demonic. Now, I'm not done. Let me show you some more. Now, you know there was a guy running around stabbing people, right? You know what I'm saying? Running around in Michigan. Of course, it's going to be Michigan. Jigging people up. Let me find this. Let me find the Walmart video first. Hold on. Let me find the Walmart video. All right, and here we find the video. Man goes on a stabbing spree of 11 people in Walmart. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Ann Coulter, skinny, long neck, lizard person looking chick that was very controversial back in Obama's first term. Turns out the things that Ann Coulter was saying back then don't really seem that controversial right now. Seems like Ann Coulter was telling the truth. But there's this thing called Coulter's Law, and it played out over time. Ann Coulter's Law is this. The longer it takes for the mass media to identify the race of a suspect, it means that the suspect is not a white male. Let's be clear with it. The suspect is of some other origin than white male. And we've seen that over and over and over again. If it's somebody white that does something, boom, it'll hit the news. Serial killer, boom, 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 hit the news immediately. Now, the reason why the Ann Coulter's Law is going to be applied to this, because the guy that the brother is holding a gun on, he kind of looked like he could be white. But I don't think this is the white guy. Now, because quite frankly, if you a white dude in America and you pissed off, we ain't running around stabbing people. They ain't running around stabbing people. In fact, no American pissed off at somebody is running around stabbing 11 people. Let's just keep it real. We Americans. White Americans, black Americans. That's not how we roll. When we get mad, we go shoot you. Now, we may hit your mama, sister, cousin, uncle, somebody like that in the hood on the way trying to get to you. But we go shoot you. Typically, when white men get pissed off, they roll up and shoot that person. Just roll up, shoot the person, do what they go to. You know what I'm saying? But here's the video footage, 27 seconds of the brother with the dreadlocks right here. He has his weapon. He holding his weapon all crazy, turned sideways like this. I don't understand why he had his gun turned like that. But nonetheless, he pulls a gun and stops to stab her. Yeah, he stops to stab her.
Drop it! Drop it! Throw the knife that way! Throw it away! Throw it away! Hey, he hasn't dropped it. Put it down! Okay, I'm responsible. I don't care. Lay down! Get the down. Nope. Drop it! Drop it!
Now, of course, that's Michigan, because, quite frankly, anywhere in the South, if you had stabbed 11 damn people and you had a knife in your hand, you getting dealt with. I'm just sorry. It ain't gonna be like, throw the knife, no, pop, pop, pop. You stabbed 11 people, dog. It ain't finna be no compensation, because we don't need no opportunity for you to be like, oh, you know, I'm going to sue you because you shot me after I stabbed 11 people. Everybody understand that it's going to punish you and be done with it. You already stabbed 11 people. You've proven yourself to be a threat, and you have an opportunity. You're going to stab me, and I'm within 21 feet of you with that knife, which means that you Probably if you started running, you could stab me real quick. So I'm just going to drop you and be done with it. But we're going to keep on going because you got to understand America's going to this time period. We're going to the time period where if we're not careful, I'm not even going to say if we're not careful, we haven't paid the full price. I'm just going to tell you, we haven't paid the full price. I don't want to see us pay the price. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. But they brought these people in. Don't believe me? Hold on. You got to understand. Breaking news, Eyewitness News at 11, a couple finds a box of explosives and brings a box of grenades to the police station. Hold on, dog. You trying to tell me somebody had a whole box of grenades? You know what I'm saying? A box of grenades? Remember, our borders were wide open. And see, I'm sorry for a person who doesn't follow this, it doesn't make sense because they don't see the data points coming in. They're like, none of this relates. No, it all relates. It all relates. Explosives being found in the news, stabbings all over here, Bumdami popping off at his mouth. In the footage I was looking for, what was going on in Pennsylvania with the Muslims stopping in the middle of the highway. Yeah. We getting closer and closer to the moment where we're going to have to deal with this problem. Yeah, we getting closer. Just to be close to you, girl.
Breaking now on Eyewitness News at 11, a major scene outside the LAPD Foothill Police Station in Pacoima, where military explosive devices were dropped off. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Caputo in for Jory Rand.
I'm Sophie Flay. The station and neighborhood were evacuated. Law enforcement on heightened alert following the explosion that killed 3 deputies more than a week ago.
Eyewitness News reporter Elena Gomez live in Pacoima with the latest on the investigation. Elena.
Yeah, the roads just opened just a few minutes ago, really, just in front of the Foothill Police Station here in Pacoima. And what we're learning now, just moments ago as well, is that those military ordinances, they have been moved to a storage facility. Those have been safely stored there until the military can get them at a later time. Now, here's what we know. All that's happened around 2:30 this afternoon. Police say that a couple brought in military ordinances from a recently deceased family member's home to the Foothill Police Station in Pacoima. Officers found a plastic box with several military ordinances inside. The officers immediately evacuated everyone from the police station and also 4 businesses surrounding the area and 11 homes. The LAPD bomb squad responded as well and used a robot to take images of those items. Now, because they were military devices and Camp Pendleton is the closest explosive ordnance devices team available, they collaborated with LAPD to determine the best next steps and determined that they were stable enough to move to a storage facility until the military could get them. Now, all of this comes after an explosion killed 3 Los Angeles County Sheriff's detectives as they were moving explosives at a training center, calling for LA County Sheriff Robert Luna to say that all future explosive devices would be treated as if they were live.
That was a tragedy, and we don't want that to occur again, especially with our community members being so close to the police station.
Now, Captain Castillo, he's really urging people that if you find fireworks, ordinances, grenades, or any bombs, to call 911 first. Don't try to move those devices, that the experts can help in this situation.
Now, you tell me if that make any damn sense. You tell me if it make any damn sense that, yeah, my auntie uncle had died and he had a box worth of grenades. He had a box worth of grenades. And I'm just going to walk into the police station with his box of grenades. No, it don't make no damn sense. No, it don't make no sense whatsoever. Hold on. I'm going to show you some more stuff. Here we go. Just so you'll see what's going on. The battle that we're getting ready to face in America as it pertains to this forefront, I think it's going to be a bloody battle. But the issue that we face is we're fighting on multiple fronts. We're taking care of the pedophiles while simultaneously holding off the battle with Islam. And I hate to start your Sunday with Islam and the truth about what's going on with Islam, but I mean, we need to understand that this is what's going on. You'll see the moment when the attack happens, and you'll see the switch flip in America. And I want to be clear with you. The switch will flip in America. The liberal emotions and feelings and free Palestine and screaming and hollering and you're Islamophobic and transphobic, all the mental illness that's been projected against the American people to try and keep them in fear. When the switch flips, it's going to be like night and day. It's going to be click and it ain't going to flip back off. It's not going to flip back. It's going to get bad. Because every other nation that they've invaded has not had the spirit of liberty and freedom. And everybody think that spirit is just, oh, we're going to roll over and take it. No. My Lord. How do you get free? You fight. How do you maintain liberty? You fight. And people don't, yeah, man, hold on. Hold on.
Of Islam, though. Go to the UK and mock Islam. Do it.
Well, I don't have any jokes about Islam.
Why not? They got Pakistani grooming games for girls. Why won't you go to the UK?
What?
Why won't you go to the UK and make jokes about Islam?
Do it. I don't think it's very funny. I don't have any jokes about it. I'm so confused. Dude.
Okay, let me help unconfuse. Are there jokes that can be made about Islam? Yes or no?
Wait, I don't want to. I don't want to go to the rabbit hole.
Oh no! You're terrified.
What?
Are there jokes you can make about Islam? Muhammad banged a little girl, right?
I'm really baffled.
Come on. You're terrified of this subject. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
In the UK, you can be jailed for making jokes about Islam or even bring up the grooming gangs. There are people who go online and pointed out that a stabbing was carried out by a Muslim, and they got arrested for it. I'll bet you $1,000 you will not go to the UK and make a joke about any of that stuff.
He won't do it.
Because you will not go to a foreign country and, in violation of their laws, speak out against what they've said not to speak out against.
No.
Do it. I dare you. $10,000. Cash in your pocket if you go to the UK and make a joke about Muhammad having a 12-year-old wife.
We got here faster than I thought we would in this conversation. Where you're shouting at me about something I don't understand.
Shouting.
I don't.
All right, that's
really
enough of this. Listen, now he's shouting. He's not shouting. He's confronting him to his face, and he knows that he won't go to the UK and be dismissive and make jokes about another faith, in particular Islam. But people find it so easily to do that to Christians and to Jesus. This guy's a coward.
And that's the point I want to make. You see, the point is going to come. You can kind of feel it in the air. The point is going to come where there's going to be an event. There's going to be a moment. There's going to be a sudden event. And it's this concept and idea of Christianity that a Christian is weak, that they can be pushed over, that they can be handled any kind of way. There's nothing in the Bible that says that. Jesus told his disciples to sell their cloak and get a sword because he knew they needed a sword. The point I'm making is, when this event comes, because you can feel it coming, you can see it coming, do not be surprised at the savagery that you see come from Christian men. Because the Spirit of the Lord contains the savagery of a man. People don't understand this. He loves savage men. He just has to conquer that man and contain those urges of that man. The men who run around just blah, 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 going crazy. No. They ain't been conquered by the Lord. They just run around running them out doing. The ones who've been conquered, he conquers the dangerous ones. They are the dangerous physically, dangerous mentally, dangerous with their mouth. He conquers those dangerous men and says, okay, listen, come over here. Yeah, come over here. Now, I need you to calm down with all the craziness that you've been doing. Yeah, I know you shot a lot of people. You did a whole bunch of bad things. I forgive you for it, but we need to work on you. But don't think that he don't open the door himself and say, go out there and go have some fun. No, he'll open the door. Trust me. He'll open the door. Then he'll pull a person back. But he ain't gonna open the door for men who haven't been basically forged by fire, because you're not gonna listen to them. So you're only gonna open the door for men who've been forged by fire. The problem with the men who've been forged by fire is they the worst of the worst. They not like my man right here on screen. Man, he probably good Christian dude. Probably, pastor. He got the pastor sound to him. No, they not pastors in churches. No, they not. Those men not in pulpits. Those men actually not really in pews, because they just crazy, and he don't send them in there. But they there. All right, guys. I'll see y'all on the next video.